Welcome back to Grump's Barn, home of the now infamous Grump's Barn t-shirt, of which there is only one. There you go. If anybody's stupid enough to want one, they're available on Teespring. And I won't be making any money out of them. I've put them to the lowest possible price I can set them at. I think the lowest I could set it was less than £1 on a t-shirt would get sent to me for some weird reason, but there you go. If you're mad enough to want one of these, or even a mug, that's it. I haven't even got a mug yet. It's on its way to me. Like I said, just thought I'd do it for a laugh. I mean, I have got 31 subscribers these days. Right then, here we go. Eyes down for a full house. We're going to get this thing torn apart today, hopefully. Starting with the engine mountings. Should be just a single bolt down under there somewhere, holding them on. I'll have a look in a minute. 18mm, I do believe. And yeah, you might have noticed I had a question from Uncle Mike as to why I disconnected these like I did and unbolted them from the engine. And yeah, I don't know really. It just seemed like a good idea at the time. I think the thought behind it was that I was hoping those bolts wouldn't be rotted up in any way, because they've been covered in oil and shit from a leaky old motor for years. But yeah, as he says, it is a lot easier to just disconnect them from the chassis. But, well, I quite often don't do the easy thing, because I'm stupid, I suppose. Right, anyway, we'll get these unbolted, get them off, then we can start on the front axle, see where we get with that. There we go, that's those off. Actually quite simple. Yep, I could have taken off a lot easier just by undoing those 18mm nuts under there, but never mind. You live and learn, eh? There again, I'm changing the rubbers and that anyway. So unlike most people, I actually took the tops off the things as well, unbolted those again at 18mm, but only because I'm changing the rubbers, because those are the originals. They've been on there nearly 25 years now, and they're a bit spongy. They're not bad, but they're quite amazing for the age. Right, so next, get these turrets off so I can get this front axle removed. Well, there we go, that's the first one off. One of the nuts actually undid. Two of them snapped off, and this last one here I had to cut off. Right. Oh, they're 13mm. Although they felt like a 14mm initially. With so much crap on them. No, they're 13mm and there's a 19mm on top of here. Right, I'll get the other one undone. Get this one off now. Right, well there you go. That's the second one off. And I've just pushed the shocks down. I can't see much point in trying to undo them at the bottom at the moment. I should just leave them on there and cut them off once I've got it all apart. Right. Next, I'll disconnect the brakes on each side and disconnect the old throwing arm here, the hockey stick. passport size nut that is. Fairly large. Right, let's get on and get this these brake lines off. Again, I won't be taking them apart in the normal way. I'll probably just cut them because everything's being replaced completely anyway. So not much point in trying to undo it, just have it all snap on me anyway. I might just chop it off. Right, bloody hell. It's just taken me 3/4 of an hour to get that one. That did not want to come undone. Oh. Actually, the threads aren't too bad in there, but it was holding pretty well. Here's my large knuckle bar down there. And keep going forwards and backwards, tightening and loosening for, well, yeah, over half an hour. The other side was a little bit easier, but both pegs to get out. Never mind. Right, next stage, lift the chassis a little bit. See if we can get this thing loose. Oh, hang on, I've got to take off the steering damper first. Right, here we go then. Right, well there we go. Finally. It's now loose. I disconnected the steering damper. Hang on. Disconnected the steering damper. There you go. Only had to be obviously unbolted at the chassis end. Then I lifted her up with the engine crane. Took off what's left of the old turret rings. Look at that. Pretty knackered. And then just pulled the springs off. Both sides. Pulled these out a little bit just to get them out of the way. Then let the chassis back down again, so that I had the old hockey sticks there in a nice fairly straight line, and then I could just wheel it forward by pulling the wheels, and it just undid itself from the frame nicely. So one chassis now disconnected from the front end. What I got to do next, I won't be doing it today, I haven't got time, but I shall be coming back to this. So next time you see me, it'll be in a few seconds, well, a split second time from here, and I'll be undoing the back. Then we'll finally have this chassis ready to be chucked out the side, so I can start cleaning every bloody thing up, ready to go on the new chassis. Yeah, we're finally getting somewhere. Oh, and in the meantime, I've also that box sitting there. It's got all my new lines for the power steering. Unfortunately, it's all ship part stuff because that's all I could get. I can't afford OEM stuff. Ridiculous money that. Though again, they're not too hard to get at. You need to change them anyway. So, well, ish. Also got new exhaust. Again, it's ship part because it's the only one I could find. But I shall be cleaning that up and painting it thoroughly before it goes on. Because the last grip part that the exhaust they used was on my Series 2, and within a year that had turned into a bloody lump of rust. So yeah, it's all going to get painted up with VHT paint first. Right, see you in a bit when I start on the back. There we are then, time to get started on the back. Oh, and I've just checked the footage, and you can't see my beautiful new t-shirt, which is not on. So here you go, I'll have another go. Now you've got to be able to see that. Ignore the fat belly. What comes of being my age, and eating too much. Right, back to the things at hand. Yep. First things first, I'm going to disconnect the top of the shocks. Yep, that will do. And then we'll start on the A-frame, which I've got a feeling I'm going to have to cut the bolts off that. I've got new bolts for it anyway, because I knew they were likely to have to be cut off here. So you've got this one down in here, over there, and then at the back you've got one. Where the hell's it gone? In one of these, there it is there. Oh yep, there we go. In there. Right, well that's the top of the shockers off. They're both 19mm bolts either side, or nuts rather. And I think while I'm here, I'm going to quickly try and whip these shock mounts off. There's 17mm nut and bolt there. Give that a go, see what happens. There we go. That wasn't too bad at all actually. And they're reusable. Pretty grotted up, but once I've chucked them through the sandblaster, give them a fresh coat of paint. Bolts aren't even too bad. Just need new nuts and washers. Excellent. Right, on with the next one. Right, there we go. Number 2 off. Again, it's not too bad condition wise. It'll clean up. Once I chucked it through the blaster, painted it back up, good as new. Yeah, not bad. Right, onwards and upwards. Right, well we now have both of the A-frame arms off. There we go. Not an easy job, but they did all come undone in the end. And they're 17mm either end. Although initially I thought they were 19s and 18s. Until I eventually cleared all the crap off them and I found out they were 17s. The bolts from that are all, I mean, they would be reusable, but I'm not going to. I've got new bolts coming anyway. Right. So that's that one sorted. If they're not coming, I've got them here. What am I on about? Don't need a new ball joint because I only put a new one on there a short while back. I know that's absolutely fine. Now all I've got to do is disconnect these arms. Which is going to be fun again. We've got a 30mm nut on the end here again. The same nut on all 4 of them, front and back. I don't know what size these are. I'll give them a clean up in a minute and have a look. Probably a 17 or a 19, but I don't know. So, oh, there we go, it's a 17. Underneath the mud. Right, wire brush these off, give them a little squirt of something to get them moving, and then get them undone. Right, finally, got that bugger undone. There we go. What a git that was. Managed to get all the bolts out. There we go, 1, 2, 3. I'm big enough the end. Come off at the moment, it doesn't matter. All off on that side. And that has taken me best part of an hour and a half. Just did not want to come apart. Those nylocks, I don't know who made them, but they're bloody amazing. They should make them all like that. Impossible to get off. They're not going to fall off ever. Right, anyway, that's me done for now. I'll be back in here again shortly to get the other side off, and then we can disconnect the whole thing. Oh, and I've also cut the brake line because as I've said before, I've got all new brake lines going on, so I cut the rubber hose. Yeah, I'm putting all new brake lines, as I said, metal lines and hoses as well. And once I've got this rear axle out of the way, I will then be getting the chassis out of the way, although I might have to disconnect first. Just noticed I've left the bloody tow hitch on there. Got to come off, be on the other one eventually. I doubt if any of those nuts and bolts are going to undo. You never know. I thought I was going to be cutting them today and I haven't cut a single one, which is absolutely amazing. Can't believe it. Right. That will do me for now. See you in a bit when I get the other side off. And we finally have both the axles off here and an empty chassis. Well, as I say, all bar the tow hitch, which will come off before I whack this chassis outside. Now I can start cleaning everything up and checking all the suspension bushes and things, see which ones really need replacing. Big joy. Finally getting somewhere. Back in a bit. Here we go then. Back again. Time to get this other side of the rear off. Biggest pain in the backside is getting to the top bolt on here of these three. The two bottom ones aren't too bad. The top one is a real bugger to get anywhere near. So I think I might start on that one first actually this time. Right, back in a bit. There we are. It's all out. Actually, it wasn't as bad as the other side at all. Took what, 15-20 minutes if that? Yep, it all came undone quite happily, but this side I have had off in the past. I had to do a lot of welding work on this side of the chassis at one point, and I had to take that out completely, so I know that that has been out at least once in the past, and that was me. The other side, no, I've never taken that off. So that's definitely never been off. Right. Now all I've got to do is get this chassis jacked up and get those springs out of the retainers so I can just get the thing out of the chassis. Then we're done on this, apart from, as I say, I do need to take off the step on the back and the toe ball, and obviously the other strengtheners and that for the chassis. Don't know if they'll be savable or not, we shall see. They might clean up alright. They look shit at the moment, but if not, I can always make some more. That's not a problem. Right. Let's get this thing lifted. There we are. All off. It's not going to stay sitting on top of a bridge block on there, no. That's just a temporary solution for the second. So I decide how the hell I'm going to hold this bloody thing up for the minute. Look at the front end. As you can see, still on the crane quite happily. But the back end, well, I'm going to have to move it around a little bit. Rearrange it. Now I can take this chassis out of here very soon. One of the few jobs I'm going to need some help to do, because I can't quite lift that on my own. I transported the other one all over the place on its own, but that was a little easier. I didn't have other stuff in the way, and I put it up on the crane, which is not why I can't quite do that at the moment here. I haven't got the room to put the crane anywhere. Anyway, that's it for now. Next time you see me, hopefully, it'll either be me taking the tow bar on that off the back, or starting to clean everything up and strip it down, see what we've got, what needs replacing amongst all this lot. This has got to be stripped down, cleaned up, repainted after a fashion, and then chucked back onto the new chassis. I can have my bloody motor back. I'm fed up with driving around in the wife's Freelander all the time. Don't tell anyone I said that. Right, see you soon. Bye.